Welcome to Best Way to Improve Your English with IELTs Practice and Real English Story. Welcome back to Everyday Improve Your English. In today's lesson, you will practice with simple IELTS exercises. Unit 2, Practice 2, Meeting People and Talking About Places. And in the next part of the video, you will listen to a real-life story.
Lesson Real Life Story today. The Point of View lesson, Meddling Mother-in-Law. The teacher will tell you an interesting story with different time points. It will help you learn grammar automatically and easily. Let's start. In this exercise, you will practice listening, speaking, reading, and writing the names of some places and countries. You don't worry if you can't understand all words of the sentence. Just focus on listening to the names or the places in practice. It's simple and relaxing. Let's go.
Unit 2. Meeting People. Activity 1. 1.
Good morning. How are you today?
Fine, thanks. 2. Nice day, isn't it?
Yes, lovely.
3.
How was your weekend?
Great. And yours? 4.
Hi, how's everything?
Oh, okay, thanks.
5.
Hello, my name's Pat. Mine's Jenny. Hello.
6.
What did you say your name was? Richard. Richard Deacon.
7.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, you too. 8.
How do you do?
How do you do?
9.
How are you doing?
Not too bad. 10.
See you later. Yes, okay.
11.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Check the results you wrote on paper.
Activity 2. Listen and tick the best reply to each sentence. 1.
Did you say your name was Pat?
2.
How have you been?
3.
Nice to meet you.
4.
How do you do?
5.
How are things with you?
6.
My name's Amir.
Check the results you wrote on paper.
Unit 2. Places. Activity 1. You will hear the names of some British counties. Tick the counties you hear. 1.
Berkshire.
2.
Cornwall.
3.
Durham.
4.
Gwent.
5.
Lancashire.
6.
Tayside.
7.
Strathclyde.
8.
West Glamorgan.
Check the results you wrote on paper.
Activity 2. These people are American. Where are they from? Listen and tick the correct state. 1.
You're from Pueblo, are you? That's in Colorado, not Utah, isn't it? That's right.
2.
I'm from Wayne.
Oh, is that in Indiana or Ohio?
In Indiana.
3.
So you're from Springfield. Where's that? In Iowa or Illinois?
Illinois. 4.
I'm from Birmingham.
Well, that's in Alabama, not Georgia, isn't it?
Yeah.
5.
Harrisburg. That must be in Pennsylvania or West Virginia.
Pennsylvania, not West Virginia. 6.
Where is Prescott? New Mexico? No, in Arizona. Oh, of course.
7.
I'm from Great Falls. Do you know where that is?
I guess Montana or North Dakota.
Montana.
8.
I'm from Salem.
That's in Idaho, not Washington, isn't it?
Neither. It's in Oregon.
Check the results you wrote on paper.
Activity 3. Where are these people living now? Listen and tick the correct city or country. 1.
I've just moved from London to Manchester.
2. Oh, I'm still in Paris. I'm moving to New York next year. 3.
Well, I lived in Tokyo before I moved to Hong Kong.
4.
Yeah, I just moved from Dallas to St. Louis.
5.
I'm still living in Barcelona. I decided not to move to Madrid.
6.
You know, I used to live in Italy before I moved to France.
7.
I don't live in Mexico anymore. I'm in Ecuador.
8.
No, I've never lived in Cambridge. I've always lived here in Oxford.
Check the results you wrote on paper.
Activity 4. Listen to the students in a class introduce themselves. How many students come from each of the areas below?
I'm Claude, from Hawaii.
I'm Aziza. I come from Malaysia. My name is Celine. I come from Argentina. I'm Alice. I'm from Tanzania.
I'm Hans, from Holland.
I'm Bashir. I come from Saudi Arabia.
I'm Marie-Hélène. I'm from Switzerland.
I am Deng. I come from Thailand. I come from Kenya. My name is Said.
I am Sue, from Taiwan.
Check the results you wrote on paper.
Please repeat this exercise several times. You will learn each lesson very well. You will relax, go slowly, and learn to speak English easily and automatically. Thank you for watching the video. Remember to support our channel by subscribing, liking, and sharing the video. We will continue the lesson with the real-life story listening section. The teacher will share with us an intriguing story.
Hello, welcome to the Point of View mini story. for the Meddling Mother-in-Law lesson. Let's get started. In our first version of the story, we will start with the phrase, right now. Okay, the original story was in the past, so now we're going to start with right now. Right now, there is a girl named Tomoe. She takes it upon herself to change her husband. Tomoe is very picky. She wants the apartment to always be perfectly clean, but her husband is a lousy housekeeper. One day, Tomoe says, "When you do laundry, please sort the clothes by color." Tomoe is very polite, but her husband takes this the wrong way. He yells, "Why are you criticizing me? Why do you hate me? I'm not a lousy husband." Then he jumps up and down, pulls his hair, and says, "I wash my hands of this. I will never do laundry again." All right, very good. Now let's change the story a little bit. We're going to start the story with the phrase, since last April. Starting in last April, continuing until now. Since last April. Okay. There's a girl named Tomoe. Since last April, she has taken it upon herself to change her husband. Since that time, Tomoe has been very, very picky. She has wanted the apartment to always be perfectly clean. But her husband has always been a lousy housekeeper. One day, Tomoe said, "When you do the laundry, please sort the clothes by color." Now, at that time, Tomoe was very polite, but her husband took it the wrong way. He yelled, "Why are you criticizing me? Why do you hate me? I'm not a lousy husband." Then he jumped up and down, pulled his hair, and said, "I wash my hands of this. I will never do laundry again." Okay, did you notice? Again, this happens a lot when we begin something with the perfect tenses. We often switch to another tense, often to the past tense. So we talked about one day, I didn't say one day. Tomoe has taken it upon herself to change her husband. It means she started trying to change him last April. She has continued trying to change him until now, or until this day where they had the argument. That's right. It started in the past and it continued. So we say she has taken it upon herself. Has taken. And we say Tomoe has been very picky. This gives the idea that something changed. Maybe in April something happened. Because before April, maybe she wasn't picky. But since April, she has been very picky. Starting in April until now. You get the idea. But then when I say one day, Tomoe said, okay, one day is your clue. One day tells you, aha, it happened and it's finished. So switch to the past tense. All right, and now let's do our little, we can imagine we're telling a story about the future. Maybe it's a movie idea. Maybe it's any kind of story. But it's going to happen. Here we go. There will be a girl named Tomoe. One day in the future, she will take it upon herself to change her husband. Tomoe will be very picky. She'll want the apartment to always be perfectly clean. But her husband will be a lousy housekeeper. One day, Tomoe will say, "When you do laundry, please sort the clothes by color." Tomoe will be very polite, but her husband will take it the wrong way. He'll yell, "Why are you criticizing me? Why do you hate me? I'm not a lousy husband." Then he'll jump up and down, pull his hair, and say, "I washed my hands of this. I'll never do laundry again." Okay, in that story, you heard sometimes it's hard to hear the future, right? In the textbooks, they tell you to say will. Will. He will do this. He will yell. I will go. But, in fact, when we speak, we don't usually say will, right? We combine it. We just say oh. There'll be a girl named Tomoe. Right? There will be a girl. There'll be a girl. One day, she'll take it upon herself, right? Not she will, she'll. It's a contraction. We're putting the two sounds together. Tomoe'll be very picky, right? Instead of saying Tomoe will be very picky, we can say Tomoe'll be very picky, right? We cut off the WI. Instead of saying we just say ol. Tomoe'll be very picky. She'll want the apartment to be clean always. Not she will, she'll. Her husband'll be a lousy housekeeper. Not her husband will be, her husband'll. Husband'll. Okay? Now this is not correct for writing. With writing, we don't usually say husband'll. But in speech, in conversation, especially native speakers speaking quickly, they will say ol. Her husband will be very bad. Her husband will be a bad housekeeper. One day, Tomoe will say, did you hear that? Tomoe will say, not Tomoe will say. Tomoe will say, and then we switch to the present tense because it's a quote. When you do laundry, please sort the clothes by color. Tomoe'll be very polite. Tomoe'll be very polite. But her husband will take it the wrong way. Her husband will take it the wrong way. He'll yell, not he will yell. He'll yell. Why are you criticizing me? Etc., etc. Then he'll jump up and down. He'll pull his hair. And will say, and'll say. You could even do that. And'll say, and'll say, and will say, I wash my hands of this, I will never do laundry again. So listen for that. You know, the English you get in textbooks, on CDs, in schools. It's a formal style of English. It's also really a written kind of English. So you're learning to speak written English from these books. And, you know, that's okay, but it's not how we really speak. It is not how Americans actually speak. You'll never see in a textbook, husband'll. The husband'll be good. The husband'll go to the store. You'll never see that in a textbook, but in fact, that's exactly what we say every day. Husband'll. Tomoe'll. He'll. So listen for that when you listen to our movie lessons, when you listen to my commentaries, when you listen to these mini stories. I'll try to use this more normal conversation style so you can begin to understand it and use it. Okay, that's all. As usual, listen to each version, then pause and try to tell the story yourself. All of it, using the correct grammar, the correct verb tenses. And try to use the correct pronunciation when you do this future one, especially. Try to use ol instead of will. Okay? See you next time. Bye-bye. Okay, welcome to the commentary for the Meddling Mother-in-Law lesson. Let's get started. This is a Dear Abby lesson, our first Dear Abby lesson. Dear Abby is a very famous column in America. And remember, a column is a newspaper article that you see repeatedly, maybe every day, maybe every month, maybe every week. Dear Abby, I think it's every day. And Abby, the original Abby, the first Abby, her name was Abigail Van Buren. And I can't remember when she started, but like many, many years ago, 1960s, maybe 1950s, I'm not sure, but a long time ago. And people write her letters. They have a problem in their life. They ask her for advice. Abby, what should I do about my problem? And this has continued many, many, many years. The first Abby died, and now her daughter, I believe it's her daughter, continues the column, continues to write the column. So now people write her. They still write, Dear Abby, what should I do? So why? Why am I using Dear Abby on Effortless English? Well, a couple of reasons. The main reason, number one reason, is that Dear Abby letters usually contain very conversational English. People writing her, they don't write in a formal way, most of them. Okay, they're writing in a conversational way. So they use a lot of idioms. They use a little slang. They use common conversational phrases we use in real conversations, phrases we use in real speech, phrases we use every day. A lot of these phrases, you never see them in textbooks. You never learn them in school. Why? I don't know why, because they are very important. I mean, if you want to communicate in English with a native speaker, you need to know these phrases. We use them every single day. This is not special slang. These are idioms. These are phrases we use all the time. So I like that about Dear Abby. Other newspaper articles are formal. They use a written style of English, which is fine. It's good to know that also. But you also need to know the casual, everyday phrases that we use. And Dear Abby is a good place to learn them. So another good thing about Dear Abby, my second point, they're short. These are short letters. So you don't need to read a long, long letter. However, they're short, but they have a lot of good stuff, a lot of good phrases. Even though this letter is very, very short, there's still several words and phrases we can learn from it. So I like that. And why do I like short? Well, I like short because it allows you to go deep, right? You can really focus on this little short article, which will have maybe, I don't know, it depends on your level, but it will have at least one new phrase, hopefully, maybe a few new phrases. Maybe you know these phrases, but you can't use them. Maybe you kind of know them. I think I know it, but you never use them. Well, by using something very short and simple, you can learn these new phrases. You can practice them many, many, many times. You can learn them deeply. You can internalize them. Remember that word? Internalize them. You can learn them very deeply. So that's another reason. And reason number 3, Dear Abby letters also have a nice bit of culture, a little bit of American culture. You can see some common problems that American people, American families, American relationships have. These people are writing about everyday problems. Now, some are a little strange. Some are quite normal. This one is very normal, the meddling mother-in-law. This is a problem probably many American wives might have. In fact, another point 4, I guess, is that, in fact, these are problems many people have in the world, not just America, right? Difficult mother-in-law, that's a problem that every country has. People in all over the world, wives have problems with their mother-in-laws. And husbands also have problems with their mother-in-laws. It's a common problem. So I like that. It connects you to everyday problems. And that's also a nice way to learn. You can actually imagine these situations. Finally, one last point why I like Dear Abby letters, why I'm using them. They're great for discussion and forums, because every letter, the person asks for advice. What should I do? Well, Dear Abby, she writes her answer, but in Effortless English, I will not include her answer. Why not? Why don't I include Abby's answer? Because I want you to write your answer. I want you to go to the forums where it says article essays, and I want you to write, what should this person do? In your opinion, what should they do? Should she yell at her mother-in-law? Should she be quiet and be happy that her mother-in-law is helping her? Should she try to tell her in a polite way, please don't do my laundry? Is the mother-in-law the problem? Or is the wife the problem? Or is there another problem? Okay, all of these things, there's a lot of things you can write about with a very short Dear Abby letter. Every letter, the person says, what should I do? I want you to go to the forums and write one paragraph, maybe. What should the person do? In this case, what should the wife do about the mother-in-law? The mother-in-law is doing her laundry. and cleaning the dishes. And the wife doesn't like it. She's very picky. So the wife says, what should I do? She's afraid if she says something, the mother-in-law will take it the wrong way. Maybe she'll get angry and upset. So what should she do? I don't know. Go to the forums and write your opinion. What should this woman do? So with Dear Abby letters also, I use them in my class here in San Francisco. I use them really almost every day to try to teach real conversational phrases, not just formal written textbook English. And in fact, some of my students are joining Effortless English to review. So I use these letters in my class, then I make an Effortless English lesson, and my students in San Francisco can listen to the same lesson. They had it in my class, and now they can review it again and again and again. I hope that helps them. For other members who don't live in San Francisco, it's okay. You can listen as many times as you want. That's why I love MP3s. I love audio lessons. To be honest, Effortless English is a better way to learn English than my classes in San Francisco. My classes in San Francisco, the students pay, $300 a month or more. You're paying, $50, $60, $70, $77 for a year. But I think you have a better deal. I think you will learn English better than the people in my class. Why? Well, simple. Review and repetition. Review and repetition. My students in my class, they hear these lessons only one time. So when I taught them the Meddling mother-in-law letter, and they learned the new phrases, they enjoyed it. We practiced it. We did some mini stories. And then they went home, and they never looked at it again. They never heard it again. They never reviewed it again. So what happened? Well, they forgot. They forgot most of it. How do I know they forgot? Because the next day I asked them, what does take it upon yourself mean? And nobody knows. And I asked them a week later, and I asked them, what does picky mean? And nobody knows. They forgot. Why did they forget? They forgot because they did not internalize the English. They did not repeat it enough. They did not review it enough. They did not hear it enough times. That's your advantage, using the internet, using MP3s, using your iPod, using your computer. You can review and review and review as much as possible. With Effortless English, I encourage you, with each lesson, listen to each part one time, maybe 2 times, every day for 1 week or for 2 weeks, maybe for 3 weeks. I don't know. It depends on your level. If you are very high level, maybe 1 week is enough. If you're more of an intermediate level student, maybe you need a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. But learn it completely. Okay, this is not a race. If you do every lesson very, very fast, you prove nothing. Okay, it just means you did everything fast and now you forgot everything and you didn't learn very much. It's much better to go slowly and learn each lesson completely. 1 time is not enough. 1 day is not enough. When you listen to the Meddling mother-in-law lesson, the audio, read the text, listen to the mini stories, listen to the point of view mini stories, listen to this commentary, listen to the vocabulary. Doing it 1 time, 1 day, it's not enough. It's just not enough. You have to listen to it today, and then tomorrow, listen to it again. And the next day, 1 more time. And the next day, again, 1 more time. And the next day, again, 1 more time. That's how you really, really learn the English deeply, so you can understand it instantly. No hesitation, no thinking. You know it. You hear it, you know it. That's also how you learn to use it instantly. No thinking, No translating, no thinking in Japanese and then translating to English and then speaking. No, you have to learn it very completely. That means a lot of review. You've got to listen to these lessons many times, many days. When you do, trust me, please trust me, you will internalize the grammar. You will learn it very deeply. You will internalize the vocabulary. You will internalize the pronunciation. You will automatically begin to improve your vocabulary, your pronunciation, the speed of your understanding, your listening comprehension speed, your speaking speed, your fluency, and also your speaking pronunciation. Everything will improve, but you must review, you must overlearn. Please do that. Please trust me. If you overlearn each lesson, if you do that for 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, you will be fluent in English. You will feel comfortable with English. You will improve a lot. You will improve a lot more than people using normal methods, using textbooks, using schools. I promise you. This is not just me, AJ Hogue, giving you my opinion. There is a lot of research about this. Okay, enjoy the Dear Abby letters, and I will see you next time. Remember, overlearn, overlearn, overlearn. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching the video. Remember to support our channel by subscribing, liking, and sharing the video.
I can see my future looking in your eyes. So why are you not with me here tonight?
You feel a million miles away from me, and as I'm crying, lying next to him, I'm making love with your memory.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me call your name? Can you feel me?
I can feel you.
Well, I can feel you next to me. So why can't you and I just live our lives and never have to say goodbye? Get caught up in the reasons why we shouldn't be together tonight. When it feels just right, we don't need to apologize, 'cause what we're doing isn't wrong, and we've been lonely way too long. Trying to hide what's going on is only tearing you and I apart. Why is loving you breaking my heart? With every breath I take, I breathe you in.
Oh, I breathe you in.
You're like whiskey running through my veins, and I'm drunk on you again.
I give anything to have you here.
I give anything.
Yes, you're right there with you right now, whispering in your ear. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me call your name? Can you feel me?
I can feel you.
I can feel you next to me.
So why can't you and I just live our lives and never have to say goodbye? Get caught up in the reasons why we shouldn't be together tonight. When it feels just right, we don't need to apologize, 'cause what we're doing isn't wrong, and we've been lonely way too long. Trying to hide what's going on is only tearing you and I apart. Why is loving you breaking my heart? I don't wanna see you go, but loving you so far away is something I can't do no more. So why can't you and I I just live our lives and never have to say goodbye. Caught up in the reasons why we shouldn't be together tonight.